I met the defendant through my ex-fiancée, and we were seeing her. She's the intimacy coordinator, and she divulged sensitive information about me.
So you're saying that this woman was an intimacy coach or coordinator for you and your then fiance?
Yes.
Okay.
And she divulged information and mishandled a sensitive situation, which resulted in the end of my relationship and cost me thousands of dollars in financial damages.
Okay, that is quite the claim there, Ms. Winston. So let me get some more facts from you. So you were coaching this gentleman and his then fiance?
That's correct,
So
yes.
they were both clients of yours?
Yes, they were clients of
Now,
mine.
was this like a therapeutic type of relationship, or tell me more about this capacity as an intimacy coach?
Yes, so they saw me for 8 months. They came to me looking to form a deeper emotional and physical connection. So ultimately my job is to try to bring them closer together and create a more authentic connection and a more secure attachment at the end of the day.
Okay, but you're not a therapist?
I'm not a licensed therapist, no.
Okay, so HIPAA and privacy laws and of that nature do not apply?
Correct, yes.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you are a professional and you do have a code of ethics?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And sir, how long did you see this coach? She's saying 8 months, is that about right?
We saw the defendant for 8 months, yes.
Okay. And what led you to seek her services?
Well, my former fiance, my ex-fiance, and I were together for 5 years, and we begun to hit a little bit of a rocky, tumultuous path, and she suggested, Bridget, it's my ex-fiance's name, she suggested that we see an intimacy coach, and I was a little hesitant at first, but as we went into the sessions, I began to see the benefit of being in these sessions and seeing it intimately.
So she was pretty good at her job, is what I hear you saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, and did you feel there was an improvement in the relationship?
I did. And for 3 months, out of those 8 months of sessions, we saw it's one session a month, we began to practice consensual non-monogamy. Now, I didn't
this
really...
was you and Bridget?
With Bridget, yes.
Bridget, so you opened the relationship up?
Essentially, yes.
And both of you agreed to this?
Yes.
Okay, let me confirm. Were you aware of this shift in functioning in the relationship?
I was. We had discussed that ahead of time, yes.
Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and say that this is something that you might see with some regularity in your practice,
Yeah.
where couples come to you seeking to restore or work on or improve the intimacy, and maybe one of the solutions could be to open it up.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and so
Yeah.
that happened here. And how did it go after you opened the relationship up, sir?
Well, frankly, it went swimmingly. Like, we began becoming closer.
It's an interesting choice of words, sir. Okay, go. Okay, went swimmingly. Okay. Okay, so it's going great.
We became closer at home. Our connection was deeper. Even when we went out in public, we began holding hands more. It was...
So it had the exact impact that you sought services for?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this sounds like it's going pretty daggone well. Why are we in court today?
We're in court today because, a year, 2 months, she decided, my fiance had decided that after the 3 months of, practicing an open relationship, she no longer wanted to do that. And
okay, so let me get this timeline right. You start seeing the defendant. 3 months go by. You open the relationship up. 3 more months go by. So now we're 6 months into the treatment, and your fiance Bridget wants to close the relationship back up. Is that correct?
Essentially, it was the first 2 months. We were in sessions with the coach for 8 months. The first 2 months, we were just doing traditional intimacy coaching.
Right.
And then, she had suggested that we practice consensual non-monogamy.
So that's 2 months in.
That's 2 months in. So for those 3 months, we were practicing consensual non-monogamy.
So now we're at month 5.
Right, and I thought it was going. I thought it was going really well.
But Bridget, your fiance, at that point said,
and at that point
she was done with
she
that.
opted out, and she decided that she no longer wanted to have an open relationship.
Okay,
and wanted
and
to,
what did you
to
decide?
close it
Because
out.
this is very important. So 5 months in, what did?
I had agreed.
So you agreed to close it?
Yeah, I agreed to close it.
Okay.
I love my fiance. I would do anything for her. And, after 2 months of being, of these sessions, we had decided that we no longer needed the sessions.
Okay, so that's where we stopped, right? So now you're at 8 months?
At 8 months, yes.
Okay, so you're back to a traditional closed monogamous relationship, and you say goodbye to this wonderful treatment, and you guys go about the business of what? Planning a wedding?
Planning the wedding. We have, all different, just living the day-to-day life with each other.
So where did it go wrong, sir?
Enjoying each other's company. Well, about a year after finishing up with the coach.
Okay.
I decided to book another appointment with the coach, only with the defendant. Only this time I had brought in another woman that I was seeing, but I made it very clear to the coach that this is completely separate than my engagement. I'm still very much in a loving relationship with my fiance, and I don't want the two to cross. Never the two shall twine. I think that's the phrase.
What scripture is that from, sir?
I'm
Never the two shall twine. Elijah, what book? What book?
I don't know the scripture myself. I'm not really a Bible person.
Is that New Testament or Old Testament, sir? I'm not familiar with that one.
That's the other
Never
Testament.
the two shall twine. Okay. All right.
At this point, I don't know what I should call this man, honestly. I am thinking of a name to call him without sounding disrespectful. Should I call him a buffon? No. If I call him a buffon, I actually sounded disrespectful. But tell me, why would a man with brains decide not to make use of his brains? Let's not even talk about the fact that he accepted to be in an open relationship with the wife or with the partner. And you went ahead after you guys must have closed the relationship. I don't even know where this idea came from. That you can have a partner and you'll be in an open relationship. How? This is one idea that I don't like. It's either you're with me or you're not with me. And that is on period. Let's continue watching the video to see what happened at the end of the video.
I got to go check my Bible on that. So now you got a brand new woman that you want to still make an appointment to see the intimacy coach.
Right. So yes, Your Honor. We made the appointment, and the appointment went fine. I had planned on.
So you actually went.
Oh yes, we had.
So you saw him and this new woman.
I did, and I was not aware ahead of time that he was bringing a new woman in, so I pulled him aside. I said, what is the situation with Bridget? Are you still together?
And what did he say?
He said yes.
That he was still with Bridget?
He did.
Okay,
yes.
because Bridget was still in a closed monogamous relationship.
Correct.
Okay, and it is actually Mr. Shep here who had decided he was in an open relationship.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I just got to tell the courtroom, that happens more often than some of us may like to believe. Continue. Okay, so you see him and the new woman, and now you're clear that this is to be clandestine.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and then what happens?
He asked me to act as though, this was a completely separate relationship, to not bring up Bridget in the session. I respected.
And were you comfortable with that?
Yes, I, as a client, I cannot, I'm approaching this from a non-judgmental perspective. Mr. Shep is my client. Mm-hmm. I'm coming at this from...
But so was his ex-fiancée Bridget, was your client as well, correct?
That is correct, yes. But
okay.
At this point in time, he is my current client. So I asked at the end of the session if he wanted to schedule a follow-up with his new girlfriend. He said yes. I only had one number saved in my phone for him.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a second number, sir? You had a bat line?
No, honestly, I just had one number. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't even care enough to have another phone number. Okay. All right, go ahead, ma'am.
And I hadn't texted with either him or Bridget in over a year, or a year at that point. And so I sent a text. I sent a follow-up to schedule that appointment. And
let me guess, you sent it to Bridget instead of Mr. Shep?
Correct.
Correct, okay. And what did you say in the text message? Do you have that to show me?
Your Honor, I have the text message.
Okay, Elijah, let's see the mess. Come on. Okay, this is from the defendant. Intimacy coach is how you are saved. Hey, Chris, does Monday or Tuesday work next week for you guys? Okay, and then there's no response here, so I'm sure at this point you heard from Bridget, correct?
I did.
What did she say?
Your Honor, a week after the session, I came home, and Bridget was a mess. She was yelling at me, throwing things, having a complete fit, and my plan was to have another session with the coach, with my girlfriend, and my fiance after that, but I never had that opportunity.
You bring all three of them together.
Yes, but I never was allowed that opportunity because my coach betrayed my trust and didn't use discretion in.
Did she betray your trust, or did she make an honest mistake? Because she's saying that she was actually willing to participate in your clandestine affair, because that's what it was, and she made a mistake, and she accidentally sent the text to the wrong line. I can tell she made some kind of mistake because she addressed it to Chris. She thought she was texting you. You thought you were texting him, correct?
I did, yes.
Okay. So let me get to the evidence part. You're asking for $4,400. You're saying this is for moving expenses. So Bridget kicks you out.
Bridget kicks me out. I think it was amicable at that point, but she left first.
So you were ready to go anyway.
I didn't want to leave. I love my ex.
Come on now. Which one is it, Mr. Shep? Did you want to leave or did you not? Is it amicable? Is it not? Because, see, you can't be trying to save face in my courtroom because you got put out and now you're feeling put out, or did you leave?
I was put out.
Thank you, sir. Okay. We're not going to do that. Okay. So do you have evidence or receipts, anything to show your expenses?
I do.
Please give your folder, please, to Elijah.
Here's the email from...
I have the folder.
Okay.
Yeah, both. That is an email from our property manager, where we
So
rent.
you guys were living together in a lease.
In a lease, we split the cost of that, 2,000.
Okay, because you guys had to pay a broken lease fee of $4,000.
Yes, total $4,000.
Okay, I see that, and you guys did. So you're asking for half of your fee back.
Yes.
Okay.
And additionally, there's another page of an invoice, Your Honor, that is from a moving van company.
I see what it is, sir. It's $2,000 for the truck and $400 for a storage fee. So this is $2,400 in moving expenses and storage, and then you want $2,000 from a broken lease fee.
Yes, from...
And you want this woman to pay it.
Absolutely.
Why?
If it wasn't for her reckless, her reckless way of doing her job, then I would not be in the situation that I am now. And I feel that she owes me compensation for this.
For real? I mean, I ask because one could argue, sir, that but for your immoral, deceptive, low integrity behavior, you also would not be in this dilemma. Had you gone along with your master plan and just been honest with Miss Bridget and said, you know what, honey, we've tried it both ways. We've tried open, we've tried closed. I kind of preferred it open. There's someone I've met. I'd like to have a conversation with you about expanding our relationship to include this third party. How about we go back and see that fantastic intimacy coach, Allie, who has experience in the navigation of these types of dynamics, and we see if there's some type of compromise that we can come to. Maybe had you done that, you would not have been kicked out, huh?
Yes, Your Honor, and I think I would still be open to that conversation.
Well, I think it's a little late at this point, Mr. Shep. What do you say about it, Ms. Winston? He's saying that you owe him rather the financial obligations of both the moving truck, the storage, and the lease agreement fee being broken because of your recklessness, as he frames it, because you texted the wrong number. What do you say?
I'm not responsible for the damage that Mr. Shep caused. And quite frankly, while I did originally suggest that consensual non-monogamy could be a route that this couple could explore together, I did not suggest that they could enter something that was not consensual for both.
No, you didn't suggest it, but Ms. Winston, I do have a bone to pick with you as well, because while you might not be a medical expert held by HIPAA, you are a working professional held by a code of ethics, and you told me that yourself, right? Now, do you think it's in good ethical standing to operate in something that protects the secrets and the lies of one of your clients? That's a yes or no question, ma'am. And I'm actually not going to play this game with you any more than I'm going to play with him. Is it in good ethical
No.
conduct? The answer is no. So you know you were wrong. Okay. Because it was wrong. You, ma'am, should have turned him away at that point. You should have never participated. So the court is not pleased with your decision to even attempt to go along with such disgusting behavior. However, sir, you were the initiator of the low integrity move. You were the initiator of the lies and the deception. If you wanted to do some little sneaky mess like this, you should have found a new intimacy coach. But see, I don't know if you're trying to be cheap, I don't know if you're trying to be lazy, but whatever it is has got yourself caught up. The court rules in favor of the defendant here, although you did operate in some not so great behavior, ma'am. I'm not going to hold you liable for this man's poor choice to re-engage with the same therapeutic experience and professional that treated him and his then fiancée. You were trying to cut corners, and ultimately you cost yourself $4,400. The plaintiff's case is dismissed. That's my ruling.
This is a perfect ruling. 100% perfect. Because who is this man, for crying out loud? Why would you use the same therapist? Is she the only therapist in the whole wide world? Is she the only therapist in your region? You have all the time to get any other therapist you want to get, but no. You decided to go with the same therapist. It's either this man is sick or this man is just being delusional. Or simply put, he's just being a buffon. Sorry, I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but come on. What would I call this madness? All the same, I 100% love this ruling. I give it to the judge 100%. And this is my own opinion. This is my own opinion. But I want to hear your own opinion. I want you to share your thoughts in the comment section so others can